you, Pippa, Cassidy, and Jervin. We're now officially rivals.
I'm no match for you, let alone Cassidy or Jervin. I just hope I can pass the first test. If I'm lucky, maybe I can pass the second one as well.
You never know, Pippa. Maybe you'll hit the jackpot this time and become the winner of the whole thing. I'd love to see you as a court mage.
Me as a court mage? I wouldn't know what to do. Can I choose not to become one? Right, what was I thinking?
I'd love to see you wearing the court mage outfit. You'd look so cute. But let's get back on topic. The screening stage eliminated more than half of the participants, which means that the difficulty of the first test will definitely be high.
I think so too. How about we turn this endeavor into a trial of speed and skill? Who among us can pass through the 3 islands the fastest?
You know how competitive I am, Jervin. Maybe it's finally time for me to show you all what I can do.
Confident as always, Sylvan. I look forward to your performance. Let's all do our best and stay safe out there.
Let's get started.
What? It's starting already? Oh, I've got to try not to fall behind.
By the title of the swordsman.
Got it.
It's our turn to take the stage.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
It's time to deal you in.
Feel nature's fury!
Every sword is a witness. May the wind and frost unite as one.
It's time to deal you in.
Every sword is a witness.
Interesting. This student, who defeated the monster first, seems to have much stronger control and understanding of magic than the others.
No need for such wide eyes, Siren. Some students are just born with a little extra sparkle in their wand, don't you know? I still recall the exceptional spark you showed in your youth, seeing the mage you've become. It truly warms this old heart. I'm so very proud of you.
Your acknowledgement is appreciated, Headmaster. One can only hope your physical vigor has managed to keep pace with your nostalgic sentiments.
Goodness me, this old vessel may have a few more creaks than it did 2 decades past, but everything still sails. You, on the other hand, look like a wandering ghost. A bit of sun would do you wonders. Looks like the Royal Court of Savannah has done what final exams never could. They've sucked the life right out of our brightest graduate.
Oh, Headmaster, you and your jests. But come now, let's not pretend. We both know who the Lyceum's brightest graduate is. As for this year's class, I heard even before I arrived that there are a few exceptional students, Cassidy and Jervin. But now it seems that none of them can compare to...
That one.
It seems I've heard a similar name from afar. Strange, isn't it? For someone with her raw talent to be so overlooked, while everyone chatters on about Cassidy and Jervin.
For some, being widely renowned isn't necessarily better than being obscure.
He must also be a student who was admitted through special admissions. And yet he lacks both title and renown. A commoner with no name to speak of, simply a new student. How curiously quaint.
For a court mage to bestow such attention upon an ordinary student, it seems this year's class is truly exceptionally gifted. Look! Those excellent candidates have already passed the first test.
How was it? I agree. I spent quite a bit of time defeating it. Hey, it's Jervin. Look, Sylvan made it here also.
So you were first, Cassidy.
No, he was ahead of me.
You truly are a formidable opponent.
Yes, I don't want this competition to affect our friendship. Where's Pippa? Have you seen her?
Not yet. Should we wait for her?
There are still 2 islands left to clear. I suggest we simply continue on.
It's time to deal you in.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Feel nature's fury! Never doubt me!
What did I tell you? Every single student here has the potential to become an excellent court mage. It's too bad your purse strings are so tight. I urge the royal court to increase the budget at once. Double it, triple it, even tenfold if possible. Every coin invested in magic will yield returns beyond imagination.
Thank you for your suggestion, Headmaster. You can be certain I will present your ambitious proposal to His Majesty. Speaking of which, that student performed remarkably well once again. Let me think. Where have I seen such an outstanding talent before? Is he the one I met in the Duchy of Whiteridge?
The Duchy of Whiteridge, you say? That region has produced quite a few renowned mages. Lady Anathime, founder of alchemy at the Lyceum, and the famed elemental mage Magister Lawrence, to name a few.
Yes, Headmaster. The history lessons taught in the Lyceum are still etched in my memory. I can recall the exploits of our illustrious forebears in exquisite detail. But this student...
Goodness me! Don't tell me the royal court has particular preferences regarding one's place of origin.
How could that be? Stop joking, Headmaster.
Of course, I haven't been able to hear well lately without using amplification magic, so I didn't catch a word you just said. Oh, look, the place is a complete mess!
Your command of magic is astounding. One can see why Cassidy holds you in such high esteem. Of the 3 islands, I had hoped I could win at least once, but now it seems my chances were slim. As will I. I intend to give it my all.
I really should have cast a spell to block my sense of smell. Dear above, who in their right mind thought this thing belonged in a competition?
I agree. I almost vomited from that monster's stench.
By the way, have any of you seen Pippa? I really hope she can pass, or at least finish today's test. Otherwise, she'll definitely be frustrated with herself.
Let's worry about ourselves first. The 3rd island is next.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Feel nature's fury!
It's time to deal you in.
Never doubt me!
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Feel nature's fury! Never doubt me!
May the wind and frost unite as one.
Never doubt me!
Siren, your expression is far more severe than in your student days. You look like you've been weaned on lemon juice and paperwork. I take it being the chief court mage isn't all giggles and sparkles?
On the contrary, my dear headmaster, my disposition is perfectly sunny. In fact, observing the new crop of students has been rather delightful. I assume you've also noticed that remarkable student bears a striking resemblance to a certain acquaintance of ours.
Aha! I just knew your thoughts would drift to Merlin. Even now, the Lyceum's finest casts quite the long shadow, doesn't he? Oh, the memories. You two were the absolute pride of the school in your time, shining every bit as brightly as Jervin and Cassidy do today. The pangs of nostalgia for a former comrade. It's no surprise you're projecting your feelings of longing onto the new generation. Despite the chasm between the two, I quite see how one might spy a common thread. The bonds forged in these halls. What a precious thing. It reminds me of my own dearest friend from my youth.
You're veering off topic, Headmaster.
Yes, quite right. Pay an old man no mind. There's no point daydreaming about yesterday when the future is yet to be written. Goodness me, my yapping has run away with me again. We've missed half the show. Shush now, and let the students' magic do the talking.
Very well. Regarding Merlin, let's discuss this further at a more appropriate time.
I'm so glad to see you! I have a question. What monster did you face on the third island? What? There wasn't any on my island. Sure, there were a few ice elementals and snow wolves, but no flying hypo-fiend. That's weird, right? I didn't do anything wrong! I hope I won't get my results cancelled. I just hope everything will be all right. I need to stop thinking about it. Oh, look, they're back!
Pippa, we were all so worried about you in the first two tests. We never expected you to jump ahead in the third. By the way, did you guys also have to face a flying hypo-fiend?
Yes.
Same here. What about you?
Well, for me, my island didn't have any of those. I just kinda walked straight through. I didn't see a soul, not even a puff of smoke. It was weird.
I told you, your luck is insane.
But
There's no need to fret. Luck has always favored you, and that fortune is a genuine part of your capabilities.
All right, everyone settle down. Attention, please. The first round of the selection has concluded. The results will now be announced by Magister Siren.
According to the rules, those who successfully pass through all islands with the shortest completion times will be ranked highest. 10 candidates have advanced. I will now announce the names of these 10 individuals. In first place, a student worthy of attention. Second place goes to Cassidy, followed by Jervin in 3rd. In 10th place, Pippa, a fortunate individual. She was merely 3 seconds ahead of the candidate in 11th place. Congratulations.
I passed.
U10, mark this well. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., assemble at the Blooming Atelier to prepare for the 2nd selection exam. I very much look forward to your performances.
Congratulations, everyone! And of course, congrats to me too. We all passed today's test.
Just now, I was so nervous that my tail almost stood up.
We can't be careless now. Tomorrow's test will definitely be harder than today's. I should go.
Well then, I'll take my leave now. See you tomorrow. Sylvan, would you like to head back together?
Yeah, sure. See you all tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow.
It appears that during today's observations, Magister Siren's focus was all on you. Perhaps it is because your performance was far too outstanding. You should recall my prior counsel regarding the virtue of subtlety. Be mindful. If you draw too much attention to yourself, and your true nature is uncovered, any victory would be a hollow one. The Duchy of White Ridge. Indeed, Siren mentioned it several times today. What happened there? So we have a temporal anomaly centered on the Snowspire Festival, combined with the freeing of the Frost Fury. The evidence strongly suggests that Siren was the prime instigator. It's been many years since we last met. He has become far more reserved than he was in your student days. I can no longer read his thoughts from his face, nor hear any sincerity in his words. But I am certain he is brewing some sort of plot. I don't know what he's encountered these past few years that led him to choose a path heading straight for the abyss. But I feel pity for him, truly. He was quite close to you in the past. Although he was always angry about losing to you in exams, one cannot deny his diligence and scholarly merits. He was a model student, always following the recipe in alchemy class, never skipping lessons unless you talked him into it, and handing in every assignment on time. Compared to you, he's the one the instructors truly adored. Precisely, but perhaps also ponder the unique cocktail of wonder and pure dread you inspired in the faculty. But I'm afraid the hour grows short. We should attend to the matter at hand first. Siren's unusual behavior reveals one thing. He knows there's something going on behind the scenes in this year's selection. That's a bold claim, for which we have no evidence. But let's keep it as an option to add some spark to our discussion. In any case, my impersonation of Headmaster Lemar must have thrown the killer into disarray. Until they figure out who's really pulling the strings, they won't dare make any reckless moves. This presents a prime opportunity for your inquiries. Continue to blend in seamlessly with the student body and gather any information you can. As for Siren, I'll keep an eye on him. By the way, did you notice anything unusual during today's selection exam? Given the profound risks associated with these monsters, the protocols for housing, handling, and overseeing the Lyceum's research specimens are notoriously rigorous. This situation represents a troubling deviation from standard procedure. I fear Durella will exploit this to call for a formal inquiry, using it to criticize Lemar's management at the school board meeting. We must ascertain the origin of this event and locate the creature, lest it break containment and the situation escalate. If you require any assistance, please inform me promptly. I'm afraid my time is running short and I must return to the school. With the selection now underway, many are waiting for an audience with Headmaster Lemar. Ah, that reminds me. Your two familiars. You should go calm them down. They've mentioned your name far too many times.
Magister! Chippy, don't jump on him like that all of a sudden. You're as heavy as a boulder. Chippy is not. Plus, Chippy just misses the Magister, okay? We've uncovered some intel. The selection exam trials were reportedly created through a joint effort between the Lyceum's professors and the Royal Court. Chippy heard that the Royal Court wants to hold a trial in the Blooming Atelier's gallery. They said it was more fitting. Weird, right? What are you even supposed to do out there? And get this! Apparently, this is the first time the royal family has gotten involved in the whole process. We heard it's because this selection was decided on short notice, and the Lyceum was overwhelmed, so the Royal Court had to step in. I guess it makes sense since the court mages ultimately served the royals anyway. Yes, a court mage suddenly died in an accident. The court suddenly found itself short-handed, which is why they decided to do this. They want to find a new court mage as soon as possible. So unlike previous selection exams, this one was organized in a rush. A nobleman from Savannah. Chippy secretly followed him and overheard his conversation with his friends. We don't know. Magister, we have a feeling this selection isn't as simple as we imagined. You must be careful. We haven't even told any of this to Professor Zoria. Although she's a member of the Arcane Council, she's still a stranger to us. It's better to be cautious around her. Magister Merlin, don't worry. We'll stay vigilant until we figure everything out.
Every sword is a witness.
If we're taking the exam here, maybe it's about plants. That would be great. I'm good with plants. I just love magical plants. They remind me of the forests where animals and nature live in harmony. Plus, nobody bothers me there. Anyway, I just hope I'm lucky enough to pass today's exam without anything weird happening. Thank you for cheering me up. I already feel way more confident than a moment ago.
Come take a look at this one. Oh, you have such a great eye for art. That's a piece Master Imonti did while he was at the Serene Lyceum. It said his artistic journey began right... And over there, that piece is by Lady Heidi. You've heard of her, right? She's the most talked about impressionist to emerge lately. She donated it as a gift of gratitude. A mage from our school once helped a distant relative of hers deal with a spirit haunting their family mansion. That inheritance granted her the leisure to focus entirely on her art, and from there, her fame grew rapidly. I love it here. I come by almost every day, and I have studied every single piece here. So, if today's test is about the paintings, I'm confident that I'll pass. But my favorite has to be that portrait of Magister Merlin up there in the center. It's the only portrait of him ever painted, and it's by none other than the late master portraitist Alberon von Naklis. I've seen many replicas over the years, have a few myself, but the original never fails to captivate me. The details, the eyes, it's absolutely mesmerizing. Sorry, I got carried away again. No portrait could ever truly capture Magister Merlin's grace in person.
I've never had much interest in painting or art. Unless you count antique swords and armor as art, then maybe. Growing up in a family of knights, I inherited their temperament. Unfortunately, I also inherited their taste in art, which the records show was essentially non-existent.
That's surprising. I thought you prided yourself on your family's honor, Sylvan.
I do, but I won't defend a talent we never had. The Grenvaldens always saw art as nothing but shiny trinkets. They'd spend fortunes on the best horses, custom armor, and weapons, but wouldn't pay a coin for the finest painting in the world.
I've heard as much. Your family's tastes are distinctive.
Anyway, back to the exam. Any clue what it's about? Maybe it's about the mages in these portraits? Or a test on the history of magic? That will be great! I'd pass that one for sure if it was meant for 5-year-olds.
Neither painting nor history is expected of a court mage. A court mage is evaluated on 2 traits above all else: their family and their fealty to the royal family. Right. It's an unspoken rule. candidates from noble families simply earn more trust at court. A true shame, I'll admit.
It's not just tough for commoners. Even a noble who's fallen on hard times needs a major achievement to earn the court's favor.
Exactly. It's about absolute fealty to the Lightbearer Empire and to the throne. That's the bottom line. Beyond that, you're expected to always obey the royal family's wishes. That could mean taking the blame, covering things up, cleaning up someone else's mess, or even sacrificing your coin, your life, or your honor. Yes, many have tried, but most just ended up broken. My father's told me far too many stories about that. The court is no place for idealists.
The composition and brushwork suggest Lady Sharon's style, the famous pastoral painter.
You have a sharp eye, Your Highness. It is Lady Sharon's work. It was never exhibited in public. Her son donated it to the Serene Lyceum after her passing.
Jervin, you really live up to your family name. You're refined, humble, and clearly well-read.
Thank you, Your Highness. But everyone here is just as knowledgeable.
Now I see why the Serene Lyceum is Asperia's most prestigious magic academy. You are precisely the talents the royal court needs. Of course, that's all up to Siren. As for me, I'm here to enjoy the Lyceum's art collection. I'm truly eager to see the finest of the fine. I rarely travel outside of Savannah. I intend to savor every moment I spend here. It won't be any fun touring this place by myself. Come with me. Perhaps one of you can describe the paintings as we walk.
This piece is 4 centuries old. Artist unknown. Professors found it when clearing out the Lyceum's old storage room. It's been magically preserved.
The technique is a bit crude, but you can certainly feel the artist's emotion. This might be the work of a student.
Impressive insight, Your Highness. Your interpretation is truly enlightening.
Self-portrait of Pelin? Anyone know who Pelin is?
Pelin was a renowned mage and guest professor here at the Lyceum about 2 centuries ago. Painting was just one of his hobbies. He also enjoyed sculpture and the art of jewelry crafting.
Oh, my mother owns a necklace signed Pelin. She loves it, and it has 120 amethysts. So luxurious and elegant. This one's quite simple. Plain technique, just a small cottage. The title is The Beginning, is that right?
Yes, Your Highness. This is an original by Kronos von Lyceum himself, the very first headmaster who founded this academy. Legend says that very cottage is where he...
That explains the title. I see why it's precious to the Lyceum. This must be the largest portrait in the gallery. Is that Magister Merlin?
Yes, Your Highness. This is said to be the only portrait that shows Magister Merlin's true face, painted by the famed Alberon von Naklis. Its value is beyond measure, both historically and artistically.
Incredible! So this is what Magister Merlin really looked like. I need to take a closer look. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It can be fixed, right?
Jura above! That's Magister Merlin's portrait! Your Highness, how could you be so clumsy?
Cassidy, calm down. I'm sure Her Highness didn't mean to. And look, we can always repair it.
We can't change what happened. We need to focus on how we can fix this.
Sylvan's right. Getting angry or pointing fingers won't help. Our priority is figuring out what we can do now.
Yes, no one saw that coming. But I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please, don't be angry. I'll report this to the headmaster myself, and to my mother. Can someone start examining the painting? The royal family will cover any repair and restoration costs.
The pigments are unusual. Made from mana-infused minerals and rare plants, the canvas was treated to withstand magical energy. Even the frame and carvings are top-grade craftsmanship. No ordinary noble could afford something like this.
I'm no art expert, but there's definitely magic bound to that painting. Beyond preservation spells, someone sealed a large amount of mana into it, giving the image those special features.
So the impact caused the mana to leak, and that's why the image vanished.
That seems to be the case.
To repair it, we'll need the right materials to mend the tear, and we'll have to decipher the spell used to seal the mana. Then, we can redraw the magic circle and reinfuse mana into the painting.
The more I think about this painting,
It was totally my mistake. It looks like the damage is worse than I thought. Have you found a way to fix it yet?
Your Highness, I think there's been a misunderstanding. What I mean is, this painting itself is a forgery.
What? Cassidy, are you sure about that?
I'm certain. I've spent countless hours studying Magister Merlin's portrait. I come to the gallery every single day to admire it. I know every detail by heart, better than I know my own name. In the real one, the shadows along Magister Merlin's nose, jawline, and cheeks are softer, and the background uses thicker layers of pigment. Of course, it's our revered Magister Merlin, after all, the one we all look up to. And every portrait in this gallery is protected by powerful enchantments. A fall like that shouldn't have caused any damage at all. Someone must have swapped the original for a forgery before Her Highness ruined it.
Huh? What makes you think that?
Cassidy, mind your tone. You're speaking to Her Highness.
Cassidy, we are still in the middle of the selection. We shouldn't get involved in other matters.
Why is everyone acting so strange? This is a portrait of the great Magister Merlin, the most famous mage in the entire Empire. Its value should be obvious. If the Serene Lyceum's prized collection has been replaced with a forgery, that's a serious breach of security. We have to report it to the school faculty immediately. Your Highness, whatever the reason, I hope you will explain the situation to the school faculty with us.
Cassidy? That's enough.
Well, Cassidy, as a princess, everything I do has its reasons. Why don't you, take a break and think it over?
Reasons? But this isn't complicated at all. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. All right, I will find somewhere quiet to think this through. Thank you for the suggestion, Your Highness.
She actually left? Ugh! After all that, she still didn't get it. Never mind. Anyway, back to our earlier topic. Has anyone figured out how to restore the painting?
Please don't worry, Your Highness. If you allow it, leave this to us. We will make sure the painting is fully restored. If I'm right, what Her Highness just did was actually part of the second test.
Huh? But why go about it that way?
To become a court mage, magical talent isn't the only thing that matters. You know what I mean, Sylvan.
Exactly. Her Highness clearly did it on purpose. Her tone, gestures, and expression were all too deliberate. Like she was performing a scripted play.
It's hard to admit, but reading the room, acting with care, and maintaining royal decorum, those are vital skills for anyone serving at the royal court.
I will take that as a compliment.
Restoring this painting while upholding royal dignity. That's the goal of today's exam. It's a test of our judgment and our ability to handle crises on behalf of the royal court. Even though it's a replica, the craftsmanship is nearly identical to the original. It's not something one can restore alone. We'll need to work together. Could you gather everyone here? I have a few ideas that might work. Everyone, I have some modest experience in art collecting and appraisal. If you don't mind, please hear me out. Anita, Maria, you both have painting experience. We'll need your help finding some high-quality canvas that can withstand magical energy.
That kind of canvas is rare. Maybe I can ask my family to find some through their contacts in the Mithril Consortium.
Oh, I'll ask my parents to reach out to their artist friends too. Anita, let's go.
Rothro, Ravendi, could you two handle the damaged frame? Make sure to restore the carvings, gold leaves, and enamel work.
We'll see what we can do.
Sylvan and I will gather the pigments needed to repair the portrait. Meanwhile, I'll ask my father to contact one of the court's expert portraitists to oversee the restoration. We'll also need someone to analyze the spell formula on the portrait. That will take serious theoretical knowledge and a lot of hands-on experience. I was planning to have you and Cassidy handle this together, but after what just happened...
Maybe you could talk to her. You know her better than most of us. She's smart, but a little too stubborn sometimes.
Then I'll leave that to you.
What about me?
You have tremendous magical power. It's just a matter of control. Niall, on the other hand, is skilled at channeling magical energy. Once everything's ready, you two will be responsible for reinfusing the portrait with magic.
Reinfusing it with magic? No problem. I will not fail this test.
Then let's get started. We shouldn't keep Her Highness waiting.
You're here! I knew you'd catch my signal. Rowan told me to act like I didn't know you. Don't worry, I will not blow your cover. Well, how was my acting? Pretty convincing, wasn't it? I even asked a theater actor from Savannah for tips and spent half the night practicing in front of a mirror. I knew it. Maybe I really do have a future on stage. Anyway, Cassidy's still the same as ever. Honestly, she hasn't changed one bit since we met back in Ryham. She didn't actually go home, did she? Oh no! You and Cassidy get along pretty well, don't you? How about you be an understanding friend? I said no such thing. Those are your words, not mine. You're just making assumptions. But honestly, it wouldn't be nearly as fun without Cassidy in the selection exam. Anyway, you'd better get back on the exam. Looks like someone's coming this way. See you later. Bye.
Hey, aren't you? Sorry, I can't recall your name. But I saw you in the selection exam, right? Why are you out here? Don't tell me you got eliminated too. Cassidy, I saw her leave just now. She looked upset, like something really bad happened. Looking for her. Oh, I know. You two must be meeting up to share the sorrow of defeat, huh? Nice try, but you're not fooling anyone by changing the subject like that. Don't be down. I get how you feel. She went that way, toward the docks. She's probably taking a boat home. Her family lives in a village across the lake. Hey, don't lose heart. Failing once isn't the end of the world. There's always next time.
Did you come to tell me the truth? Her Highness admitted it, didn't she? selection exam? You mean Princess Peggy damaged the painting on purpose? Just for a test? How could she? You mean everything that happened was staged just to see who's most fit for court service? I completely misunderstood Her Highness. I thought she really wanted me to go home and reflect. Oh, so that's why you, Sylvan and Jervin told me to let go of the forgery claim? I'm so sorry. I just can't process that kind of talk. Why can't people just say what they mean? Do I still have a chance to stay in the selection exam? I have already done some research on it. Well, it's the portrait of Magister Merlin. I had to give it my full focus, whether I was admiring it or analyzing it. I wasn't going to overlook a single detail. I wrote tons of papers and notes about it, but I left them at home. Come to my house. I'll go over them with you, and maybe you could sign something for me? A short dedication would be lovely too. So that's a yes! Wonderful! I have so many books about you! It would be amazing if you could sign them all. And with a few kind words, maybe? I can't believe this! Please, come with me. Here we are. This is my home. Welcome to Cassidy's research base. Right? I love it very much. I used a few stabilization spells to keep it standing like this. It might look tilted, but it's perfectly safe. The builders were terrified at first. They thought it would collapse any second. My parents love this house. They don't know much about magic, but they find it fascinating. Oh, sorry. I've been talking your ear off at the door. Come.
Cassidy, shouldn't you be in class right now? What brings you home?
Oh, and this is?
Father, Mother, this is my classmate. This is my father, Riels, and my mother, Sophia. We came to pick up some research notes. There's a spell formula we need to analyze quickly.
Oh, don't be so polite. Come in and have a seat. Let me fix you two some tea and homemade snacks.
Mother, we have a lot of notes to go through.
They can wait. Even the best mages need to rest. It's just a cup of tea. You won't lose much time.
She's right. We'll have everything ready in a moment.
My parents are always like this. I rarely bring classmates home, so when someone visits, they go all out. Come on, I'll show you around. What's got your attention? Yes, it's a little short for me now, but that was my very first wand. I was barely 6 when I discovered my magic talent. My parents were thrilled and had it custom made just for me. Back then, I didn't know how to use it right. I just waved it around, and we ended up having to replace half the house. Once I started proper training, it finally became useful. I used it for years until I got into the Serene Lyceum and switched to my current one. They have. I'm really grateful for that. When I got accepted into the Serene Lyceum, they sold our old house in Savannah and bought this land here. Father said it'd be closer to the Lyceum, and it's big enough to hold all my books, notes, and collections. You think so too? Great! I love it here. It's quiet and peaceful here, perfect for reading and research. Plus, if I need herbs or a place to practice spells, the woods out back are ideal. Some might call it remote or plain, but to me, it's the best home I could ever ask for.
Oh, you have to try my sweet ginger tea. Oh dear, did I add too much sugar again? Cassidy loves sweet things, so I might have gone overboard. I'm glad you like it. Back in Savannah, we always kept fancy treats for guests, but here, we only have what we make ourselves.
It took some time to get used to the silence. It's a peaceful place. Sometime back in Savannah, I worked as a scribe for a city official, and Sophia was a doctor. We lived on a street buzzing with noise from dawn to dusk. When Cassidy showed her magic talent, we were stunned. No one in our family ever had such a gift.
Tira above, she was barely 6 when she could mold water like clay. We were so impressed by her talent, we decided to leave no stone unturned to help her realize her full potential. That meant money, our time, and even moving to a new place.
Cassidy is pure-hearted, maybe too much so. I think we sheltered her so much that she never learned to read people's intentions. But maybe that's what lets her focus completely on her studies, free from all that nonsense. That's our Cassidy. Give her a pile of ancient books and dusty scrolls and she's happy for life.
It does. That's always been her dream. The important thing is, whatever she chooses, she'll always have our support. That's what family's for, isn't it?
Thank you. You flatter us.
All my notes and materials are there. Don't worry, I know exactly where I last left them.
Cassidy?
Yes, Mother?
Today's cleaning day. Your father and I tidied the whole house this morning, including your study.
Oh, that's not great. My books and papers are all over the place. It makes a huge mess and really gets in the way of my parents' routine. It has already led to a few accidents. Once, a crow snatched an experimental spinel right off my desk, along with 2 essays I had spent 3 whole months on. So we agreed that once a month, I'd gather and organize all my books and papers in my study. If I'm not home, my parents do it for me. The problem is, I have too many of them. Just the books alone could be 1,000, maybe 2,000. I lost count. Since my parents organized them, we might need some time to dig out the ones we need. Just to pass time. I didn't cover all angles, so the results aren't conclusive. What do you think, Magister Merlin? Right. Sorry, I got careless at home. So, what do you think? Should we just go with this method first? That's right! The excess toxins in the mutated gland can be used as a neutralizing agent to counter the magical imbalances caused by the concentrated lemongrass solution. Brilliant idea, my fellow classmate. I don't have these materials at home. Lemongrass and red chestnut pollen are rare, but we should be able to find them in Silentwood. The mutated venom gland can only be found in a few magical creatures. We can try our luck in the forest too. Right? This place is perfect for alchemy research. Let's head north to Silentwood and see what we can find.
May the wind and frost unite as one.
It's time to deal you in.
Every sword is a witness.
beautiful? Those are glimmerflies. I subtly tuned the ecosystem around here, and now the whole place is attracting more creatures. Just this small area, there's no major impact on the forest. Just hold that thought. It's easier if I show you. This way, please. My secret base is just ahead. Yes! At least for me they are. Follow me. It's not far from here. Isn't it beautiful? Well, what do you think of my treasure? You spotted it right away. This is an azure river porpoise, an enormous creature from ancient times. In old stories, this creature was revered as the gods' trusted ally and loyal companion. It's incredibly sensitive to magical energy. Sadly, they're nearly extinct now. Because every part of their body makes a perfect magical reagent, they were hunted relentlessly. That's why they're on the brink of extinction. 2 years ago, I found this one and its mother while traveling. The mother was badly wounded, probably from poachers. I did everything I could, but she didn't survive. So I brought it here, just like I did with many other magical creatures. I also enhanced the lakeside areas, made the area richer in magic energy so they could thrive safely. I love coming here. Whenever I hit a wall in my studies, I come to the lake to clear my mind and say hi to little Lulu. Yes, being here calms me. Didn't you once say, immersing oneself in nature strengthens the mind and spirit, helping mages attune to the world and their own magic? It's a direct quote from your book, Magic in the World. I'm sure of it. Would you stay here with me for a bit? It's nice just sitting here quietly, enjoying the view. Magister Merlin? I'm sorry, but let me call you that for a moment. It helps me feel grounded. Have you ever felt lost? Really? Even you? So, how do you get through it? When you feel lost, how do you find your way back? You mean, I need to understand why I feel lost before I can fix it. I haven't sorted my thoughts yet. The court mage selection threw me off more than I expected. I'm good at my studies, but I couldn't see through Princess Peggy's act, nor read everyone's hints. I have no idea how to handle situations like that. I know I'm terrible at social affairs and reading people's emotions. Honestly, socializing feels way more complicated than the mathematical principles of advanced arcane theory. Even you, Magister Merlin? Someone like me, clueless about people, can I really serve as a court mage? Should I even keep competing? I don't have to? Do you mean I should just figure out what I want, no matter what happens with the exam? What do I really want? At first, everything was simple. Magic made me happy, so I wanted to understand it, to master it. Then, I learned about you. Wanting to follow in your footsteps, I never stopped studying or pushing myself forward. Maybe I've just been doing what makes me happy without really thinking too hard about it. What can I really do with magic? Other than research, I have never used it for anything else. I've never used it to help others, or to defend the innocent from evil like you have. You mean little Lulu and the others? The magical creatures I saved? You're saying this might be what I truly want? I never really thought about it that way. I just felt that if I could help, I should. Every time I see them safe and happy, I feel at peace. More than that? Like, helping people the way I helped the magical creatures? Magister Merlin, is that the true meaning of magic? Is that why you're always the one standing at the very front, facing down every evil that comes our way? Feeling right. I think I understand a little more now, though the path ahead still feels hazy. But I'll reflect on what you said. Maybe I can use magic for more than just research. Maybe to help others and find what magic truly means to me.
What are you doing? That's a mimic treant. It's a rare magical creature. Jervin, Sylvan, what in the world were you two doing just now? That's a mimic treant, one of the rarest magical species in this forest. I know you both are capable mages, especially you, Jervin. I've always had high hopes for you. You should know how dangerous that spell is. If anything went wrong, it could have wiped out this entire grove. Every plant and every creature with it. If you had even a shred of responsibility toward these creatures, you wouldn't have cast it so recklessly.
Professor Hepler, please calm down. The Lunar Shard spell is only dangerous if the caster loses control, and that won't happen to me.
Pride blinds even the finest mages, Jervin. Remember, nothing in magic is ever absolute.
We remember your lessons, Professor. That's why we restrained our power and kept the spell's impact minimal. See? The treant isn't dead, just weakened. It will recover in a few days. Our control was precise.
Yes, Professor. We have practiced together many times. We know exactly what we're doing.
Then tell me, why were you hunting it in the first place?
It's for the court mage selection exam. We need a piece of ancient root to restore Merlin's portrait in the gallery.
Typical. Court mages and their insufferable little tests. Always dressing vanity up as virtue. Well, you have what you came for. Now go. Court mages value service to royalty more than devotion to the arcane. Many have forgotten what it means to respect magic. Still, their place in the royal court remains secure. As your teacher, I hope you all remember this. Whether you become a court mage or not, always respect the magic you wield. Jervin, Sylvan, Cassidy, and you. Who are you, by the way?
This is my friend, a new transfer student, special admission. This is Professor Hepler. He teaches transfiguration and magical zoology.
Ah, spare me the formalities. Vows are as needless as green garnish with steak. A simple greeting will do.
Professor Hepler's metaphors are always unique.
Jervin, Sylvan, take what you need and go. It's getting late. You shouldn't stay here for long.
Understood, Professor. We'll head back.
Oh, how's your progress with the spell formula?
We're still working on the revealing reagent. We came here to gather the last of the ingredients.
Then Sylvan and I will start the restoration right away. Join us as soon as you're ready.
I take it you finally understand what today's exam is really about, Cassidy? I tried to warn you when you questioned the princess, but you wouldn't listen.
I wasn't thinking clearly then. But thank you for trying, Sylvan.
It's fine. See you soon.
Cassidy, you two should return as well.
Professor Hepler is a lizard folk. He prefers warmth. Once night falls, the cold and damp air here makes him uncomfortable.
It's not that cold. I'm fine. I have my own way to stay warm. Ah, much better. like sipping hot tea under the sunlight. It warms me right to the scales. If you do, let me know how it feels. It will help me refine the transfiguration spells for warm-blooded species. It's late. You should head back.
Understood. Thank you, Professor. We'll be going now.